RAF Grimsby, aka RAF Waltham, started life in 1932 as a small aerodrome, which was a grass field with a clubhouse and two small hangars. It was also known as the Grimsby Municipal Airport. An air taxi service was operated from the airfield by North Sea Aerial and General Transport Limited, and East Yorkshire Motor Services ran a daily bus service between Grimsby and Heddon, which called at the airport as well. In 1938, the airfield was selected to be an elementary and reserve flying training school run by civilian contractors using their Moths, Mills, Magisters and Hind trainers. The idea was to provide a pool of trained pilots that could be used in the event of a war. At the start of World War II, the school was disbanded and the airfield was selected to become a bomber base. 3 concrete runways were laid in the standard triangular pattern during 1940 to 41. The station opened in 1941 as a satellite of RAF Binbrook. Now the station's official name was RAF Grimsby, but as I say, it was sometimes referred to as RAF Waltham as well. When the station first opened, 142 Squadron were based there with Vickers Wellington Mark IIIs. However, in December 1942, 100 Squadron with Lancaster bombers replaced 142 Squadron. On the 4th and 5th of March 1943, they had their first operation, mine laying. One bomber was missing after the operation, and one sadly crashed on the return run. The 8th and the 9th of March 1943 saw their first bombing raid, 6 Lancasters over Nuremberg. 100 Squadron stayed until nearly the end of the war, moving to nearby Elsham Wold in April 1945. This was due to deterioration of the runways at RAF Grimsby. On the 25th of November 1943, 550 Squadron were formed, with Lancaster, again using Lancaster bombers. However, they didn't stay at Grimsby long. In early 1944, they moved to North Killingham. On the 16th of December 1943, Wing Commander David Holford was killed in a plane crash while returning from Berlin in bad weather. At the end of hostilities in May 1945, the airfield was put onto care and maintenance and was used mainly for storage. 1949 to 1950, the base was used as a gliding school. There were plans to reform the flying club from before the war, but that came to nothing. The site was sold off over several years in the late 1950s. In the mid-1970s, a pilot club was granted permission to use the runways, and a small number of aircraft visited the site. However, this didn't last for long. The runways were pulled up in the late 1970s and provided hardcore for the Humber Bridge building. Today, the WAF canteen and kitchen survives, along with 2 hangars and the watch office, and the site is used by several businesses, including a karting track, a golf range and a pond for anglers. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the short look at RAF Grimsby. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a future video.